Smells good. But that's the question, does aquaponics smell? So let's have a bit of a look. Oh yeah, you know what? It smells great. Right, let's have a look and see what happens if your aquaponics doesn't smell. Because a lot of people wonder, does aquaponics have that fishy smell? Or does it just smell yuck anyway? So, no, it smells good. But let's have a little chat about why it might not smell good and what you need to think about. Alrighty, does aquaponics smell? Well, there's a couple of things to think about here. Often when we think about fish, we think about marine fish, and we go, ew, yuck, fishy smell, that's just gross, disgusting, ew, yuck. As someone who used to be a marine saltwater fisher person, I was very used to that fishy smell, and I kind of expected that within aquaponics all those years ago. But then I've remembered, aquaponics is freshwater based. The fishy smell that we get and that we can smell with fish is actually generally because it's marine based. Now that's that fishy smell, it's a marine thing. But our freshwater fish can smell too if there's something wrong with our aquaponics system. So if you have, and we've got mine behind me, if you have a whole heap of solid waste within your grow bed, or a whole heap of solid waste somewhere that you have not removed, and it's starting to clog up your system and cause areas that we call anaerobic, so no oxygen, and it gets all clogged up and it's no water can flow through, and that will get really, really smelly. That is a really bad thing, and the only way to fix that is to pull that whole area apart. And often that can be the case if we leave roots in our aquaponics grow bed, or in our NFT systems, or anywhere actually. If we leave roots in there and we leave our solid waste in there, they can get too big, it can all clog up, water can't get through, no oxygen can get through, and that then starts to smell. Check out the description to find some more information about aquaponics and how you can move forward and get this happening. Fish poop itself, it's in the water, so generally it doesn't smell. As soon as we take it out and we start actually cleaning our solid separator or radial flow filter or our solids trap, yeah, you can smell a bit of poop, of course you can. We've exposed it to air and that then starts that smell. But that's something that we then pop into our compost or into our worm farm, mix it into our garden. It's amazing on our veggie gardens, in our soil gardens. We just need to get it out of the system, out of the aquaponic system, so it doesn't affect your water quality. Alrighty, this drum is actually, I have collected all of the solid waste and taken out of the system, and it is going to go in my veggie garden, but this smells. And the reason it smells is because it started to get in contact with the air and it's been mixed up, and it's got that, yep, definitely smelly part happening. But because it's out of the aquaponic system and it's just sitting there in stagnant water, that's why it's smelling. So once I put this on my veggie garden, on my wicking beds, and the other waste into the worm farm, it won't smell. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm putting videos up every couple of days, so make sure that you hit subscribe so you can get all of them. But generally speaking, when I'm walking around my system, smelling is one thing. I'm using all of my senses, and I can't help it, I do tend to touch everything, so yes, I use that one too. It should smell nice, clean and crisp, or whatever it is that you're growing. If you're growing basil, you should be able to smell the basil. If you're growing coriander, you should be able to smell that. The same with the spinaches or the corn or the capsicum. They all actually do have a scent, and if you like them, then you will be able to smell them, and that's what we'll look forward to. Alrighty, so this is my bigger system. Nope, no smell. We have the fish tank up the back, solids catch up in there in the solid separator, and water comes down into my sump, but I also have an overflow right at the back there, and water goes into the grow bed, and the water is then filtered with everything in here and back into the sump, and then this big pipe takes everything back into the fish tank. So the sump where it's catching all of the water, nope, running water, doesn't smell, no fishy smell, no yucky smell. I'm happy. My aquaponic system does not smell. It's good, it's healthy. As far as the fishy smell goes though, and I do mean that real fishy smell, we don't get that within aquaponics. It's a freshwater system, not marine. But if we're not careful, we can get clogged up areas that can get a bit smelly. And that's the importance of having a way of removing the solid waste from our system. Okay, so that's what we talk about, having a radial flow filter or a solid separator or a solids trap. It's some form of mechanical filtration to remove the solid waste and keep everything nice, clean and clear and smelling good. My solids trap, where we've got the solid waste, it's collecting all the solid waste in a small system. Nope, doesn't smell. Nope. But it is collecting the waste. It's doing good. So check out these videos to understand, well, whichever side they're on. Check out the videos to have a look at what I mean by filtration. Yeah, and mechanical filtration, and keep everything clean. You won't have any smells happening.